welcome back to Momma Jo's Kitchen. How is everybody doing this Sunday afternoon? My voice is still rough. Excuse me, I have to try to sometimes to cough to clear my throat a little bit. I had to backtrack just a little bit on the Christmas series because some of you that's been following me know that my mother was sick, so I ended up spending my Thanksgiving in the hospital with her. And originally, we were all going to go to my son's house, and everybody was making a couple things. I was supposed to make baked beans and mashed potatoes for a big crowd. So I had bought all these golden potatoes because we like golden potatoes when we make mashed potatoes. And if you look back on a couple of videos ago, I did, after Thanksgiving, I had to do something with these potatoes or they were going to go bad. So I went ahead and showed you all how I make our mashed potatoes. A lot of my recipes are simple and easy to do, and they don't take a whole lot of ingredients. Sometimes simple, in my opinion, is a little bit better than having to do things the hard way, the long way, and complicated way. So I had bought, 9 pounds. 9 pounds of golden potatoes that I was going to turn all of those into mashed potatoes and take them, but I ended up not going. So I took about 3 pounds of them the other day and made mashed potatoes. And today I thought I would use some more of them up. There's probably about 8 or 9, like I would say medium size golden potatoes here that I've already peeled, and I had them soaking in water. And then what I did is I put them in the I sliced them. And let me show you how I sliced them. They're not perfect. They don't need to be perfect for what we're doing. But, you want them about relatively, the same if you can. It's a little thinner on this side, a little thicker on this side. But all of them are going to be just about the same. And what we're going to do is we're going to parboil them, which means we're going to boil them, but we don't want them to get completely done. We're just going to give them a head start. And so this is clean water, because what I did was after I peeled them, I sliced them, I poured the water and the potatoes off in a drainer in the sink. And then I put them back in the pan, and I've got fresh, clean water. You want just enough water to cover your potatoes. So I'm going to get my stove turned on about medium high. And I'm going to put a little salt in here. Just a little salt to get it started. And then, like I said, I'm going to bring this to a boil. But every now and then I'm going to stir them. And I'm probably only going to boil them maybe 5 minutes. And check them at that time. And then I'm going to drain them off. And then I have, this is probably like a 9 by 13. I don't know if it says on here or not. It's close. It's 12 and 1/4 by 10 and 1/4 by 2 and 1/4. One of these old Corning baking dishes. And it's been sprayed. We're making, now my mother-in-law, they're basically, this is kind of like my mother-in-law's recipe, the old-fashioned way that she made it. She called them scallop potatoes. But I know in the food world, and it depends on, what you grew up, what you're used to calling things. Scallop potatoes usually don't have cheese in it. It's more of a milk-based. She called them scallop potatoes. But I guess the technical correct term to call these, if you're going to add cheese, is gratin potatoes. So while these are boiling, over here I have, let's see how much. It's a big block. It's a 24 ounce. So I've cut them into this size so that I can put them in my little handy dandy shredder over here. I'm going to get all that cheese shredded up. And the only other things you really need is what you like to season your potatoes with. My mother-in-law just used usually salt and pepper, and she used cheese, and she used milk. I'm going to use salt and pepper, and I'm going to use onion powder between the layers. And I'm going to use heavy cream, because what is heavy cream? Heavy cream, yes, you can make Cool Whip with that, but we're not going to do it for that. You can make butter if you whip it, and you add salt, and you separate, when you whip it, it separates from the liquid, and that's how you make butter. So instead of using milk, I'm going to try it with heavy cream. But this is basically the way my mother-in-law, who's passed away, used to make hers, and she used to make some really good scallop, au gratin potatoes, because somebody's going to say they're not scallop potatoes. Au gratin potatoes, that's what we're making today. So I'm going to let you all go, because you don't want to wait while this comes to a boil. And after I get it where I want it, like I said, after about 5 minutes, maybe a little longer, maybe 10 minutes. I don't think I'll let it go that long. I'm going to drain them off. And when I get ready to put this together, I'll bring you guys back. All right, folks, the timer on the stove, I got about 6 seconds left. It's getting ready to go off. I want to show you all these potatoes. Remember I said once you come to a boil, and I stirred it occasionally, you don't want to cook them to the point where they're falling apart. Then it's just going to be mush. So I'm going to cut them off at this point, and I'm going to drain it. I'm going to have to let it cool just a little bit so I don't burn my hands too bad. And then I'm going to bring you guys back to layer it in this casserole here. And I think I just wanted to say, typically I would have used russet potatoes for this recipe. But like I said, I had all these extra golden potatoes left over, and I wanted to use them up. So that's what we're doing with these potatoes today. But, you could use russet potatoes. Is probably idea for au gratin potatoes. So I'll bring you back. Okay, we are back. I have my oven preheating right now to 375 degrees. And the stove was hot, but I think it's okay now. I'll set my pan right here where you can see it. I let these potatoes cool off here for about 30 minutes because they were just way too hot to touch. And now simply what we're going to do is I'm going to take the potatoes and I'm going to start give them a single layer here in the bottom of this pan, just slightly overlapping them. And the pan has already been sprayed. Now, by all means, you can do these without parboiling them, but they take so much longer to bake. And again, I'm doing this the way my mother-in-law used to do hers. Just like tuck them here and there. I mean, they're not going to be totally perfect, but that's okay. We're just getting kind of a single layer here. I don't know if you all can see that or not. Without me bring you down there. Okay. Whoops. This is optional. I'm just going to take some onion powder. You don't have to use that. You can leave that out if you want. Saw something on my potato there. I didn't want on there. Okay, and now I'm just going to sprinkle just a little onion powder. You could probably put some slivered, very thin slices of onions in this if you like onions. This is just some Himalayan salt. Of course, some black pepper. Okay, now, my mother-in-law always did cheese, and then she'd do another layer of potatoes and cheese, and when she was done, she would just pour milk over the top. I'm doing mine just slightly different. I've got some heavy cream here. I'm just going to pour a little heavy cream on top, and then I'm going to do my cheese, and then I'm going to do another layer of potatoes. I'm just drizzling some on here. Just like so. Now there was all that cheese that I shredded up. I'm not sure if I'm going to use all of it or not. We'll see. I guess it depends on how many layers. And you can use as little or as much as you like. Michael's in the background making noise as usual. Watching TV. You know I'm videoing, right, Michael? Typical man noises back there. It wasn't the TV I was concerned about. All right, we're going to go in with some more potatoes just like I did earlier. I might be able to get about 3 layers. I'm not sure. Got my kitten here in the background playing. He is rambunctious. I'm going to get some smaller pieces to fit over here on the side. There's the second layer. And also I didn't think about that. A whole bunch of salt just came out here. I was just getting ready to say probably should go a little bit lighter on the salt. Because there's there's salt in your cheese. Now I can go heavy on the pepper. Michael doesn't mind that. Let's see how much cream I got here. There's not much in here. Okay, got some more cheese. Now, I think some people may even use like a little bit of butter and stuff. But like I said, you know, I don't think we need it with the heavy cream. Kitten is down here by my feet, trying to get something from underneath the stove. Alright, there's not a layer. I had more potatoes than I thought. Some of them are stuck together a little bit. This might be the last layer. I'm trying to get these bigger pieces. And then I'm fitting these smaller ones kind of in between, where I might see a little gap. We're going to use them all up. You can move a potato here and there. I've used up all my potatoes. Okay, I do have to use this. Open up a new creamer. Sorry, excuse me. Let me shake that a little bit. Okay, I'm going to drizzle. Okay, if I had to guess, I probably used about a cup. You know, only had a little bit in here. Okay, I'm putting the black pepper all over it. Boy, that salt, sometimes it seems like it pours all there. And I'm definitely going to put, I don't have a whole lot of onion powder left in here. Okay. Alright, we're going to put some cheese on the top of this. Probably a little more cheese on the top than between the layers. trying to think if that was I think that was a 24 ounce. And I think I used about a little over half of that. Okay, just want to get a good covering. I didn't use all that cheese, but you certainly could. All right, I'm waiting for this to beat. My guess is it's going to take about 40 minutes, maybe 45 minutes. You want this to be hot and bubbly. Like I said, when I parboiled them, your potatoes are semi-done. So they're not going to take that long in the oven. So when these come out, I will probably let it set, you know, maybe 10-15 minutes. And I'll scoop some out for Michael, and we'll be back. He's going to give you a taste test. Okay, we'll be back.
How you doing, YouTube? Here to taste test Momma Jo's all gratin potatoes. First bite. Cheesy, creamy. Delicious. Awesome.
In the frame.
That's 2 thumbs up right there. Delicious. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out the video. Make you some of these. Come back and check out all Momma Jo's videos. Get you some more goodness. Thank you. Good night.